Formula One is heading for an absolutely epic three-way title showdown in Abu Dhabi, and it's all thanks to Max Verstappen's stunning and somewhat unexpected victory in Qatar. The championship battle has been blown wide open. For Lando Norris, it could have been a simple story. A win in Qatar would have sealed his first ever world title. But a strategy error from McLaren meant that for the first time since 2010, we have three drivers still in the fight going into the final race. So what happened? Norris started second alongside his teammate Oscar Piastri, but Verstappen, from third on the grid, had an incredible start and surged past both McLarens into the first corner. Then, things got worse for the Papaya team. An early safety car came out, but McLaren chose to keep both Norris and Piastri out on track instead of pitting for fresh tires. This left them with a massive challenge to chase down the Red Bull. By the time Verstappen had made his two mandatory pit stops, the McLarens, despite running 1-2 on track for a while, were way behind on strategy. After their final tire changes, Piastri emerged about 17 seconds behind Verstappen. He pushed hard, but his near-perfect weekend ended in a P2 finish. It was a tough pill to swallow. For Lando Norris, it was even more frustrating. He could only manage fourth place, failing to get past Carlos Sainz for that final podium spot. He did gain one position late in the race when Kimi Antonelli made a mistake, but the damage was done. Despite the disappointment, the 26-year-old Brit still leads the championship. He's on the verge of that maiden title, but what exactly does he need to do in Abu Dhabi to make it happen? Let's break down all the numbers. Heading into the finale at Yas Marina, Norris sits on 408 points. That's just 12 more than Verstappen, who has leapfrogged Piastri. Piastri is a further 4 points back on 392. His chances are mathematically possible, but it's a long shot. So, how can Lando win it? The magic number is 3. If Lando Norris finishes on the podium in Abu Dhabi, first, second, or third, he is the 2025 Formula One world champion. It doesn't matter where Verstappen or Piastri finish. A top 3 result is all he needs to seal the deal. But what if he doesn't get on the podium? That's where things get very, very interesting. If Norris finishes fourth, Verstappen needs to finish second or worse for Lando to win. If Norris is fifth, the same applies. This pattern continues down the order. For example, if Norris finishes eighth, Verstappen has to finish third or worse. Now let's talk about Max. If he hadn't outscored the McLarens in Qatar, his title fight would have been over. But that incredible drive to victory puts him right back in contention for a 5th consecutive world championship. Remember, at one point this season, he was 104 points behind the leader. A title win from here would be one of the greatest comebacks in F1 history. For Verstappen to win the championship, he needs a bit of help. If he wins the race in Abu Dhabi, he needs Norris to finish fourth or lower. If Max finishes second, he needs Norris to finish eighth or worse. And if Max finishes third, he needs Norris all the way down in ninth or worse. And what about our Aussie contender, Oscar Piastri? He admitted himself after Qatar that he'd need a lot of things to go in my direction. But his strong form this weekend keeps his hopes alive. Piastri can only win the title if he finishes first or second in Abu Dhabi. If he wins the race, he needs Norris to finish fifth or worse. If Piastri finishes second, he needs Norris to finish 10th or worse, and he needs Verstappen to finish fourth or worse. He'll be hoping teams like Mercedes or Ferrari can get in the mix and take points away from his rivals. It all comes down to this one final race. Norris has the advantage, but Verstappen has the momentum, and Piastri is the dark horse. The Yas Marina circuit is set for a historic showdown. Who do you think will come out on top? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for all the latest F1 action.